Thank you. I'd like to have Stu Kaufman with Klausner and Kaufman address some of those comments, and then after that, I'd like to ask Mr. Tierney to come back up and address some of those comments as well.
Sure. How are you? Good afternoon, everyone. Stu Kaufman from Klausner and Kaufman, pension counsel to the city. Our firm represents approximately 100 pension funds throughout the country. Approximately half of those are in Florida. We had been asked to look at the issue of whether it was possible to actually roll back or attack that 8% interest rate with regard to retirees. And it was our opinion, based upon the long-standing Florida law, it's been in existence for about 70 years, that once you are retired or are eligible for retirement in Florida, you are entitled to those benefits that are in effect at the time you leave. So everybody who is out the door already or eligible to go out the door, those benefits that are in effect, and the drop interest rate was one of the benefits that was in effect for the past 20 years, cannot be diminished. And that is pursuant to the Florida Constitution. Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution says that there shall be no impairment against the obligation of contract. And the pension rights have been deemed to be contractual rights within the state of Florida. And every case that has been decided in Florida, along with the majority of the other states, says that it's a protected constitutional right. I fear that if you decide to go ahead and roll back that interest rate as to those that are eligible for retirement or in the drop plan, and drop participants are considered retired pursuant to Florida law, that you would be subject to legal challenge. And it is our understanding and opinion that you would not be successful in that lawsuit. With regard to the language of the plan that allows for this payment option, there is specific language, and Russ had brought it up before, that gives the board the authority to elect any other method of payment if approved by the board. So that is the authority I presume that they were acting under. I do not represent the pension boards here. We are counsel to the city. But usually, boards are allowed to adopt administrative rules with regard to payment options for drop accounts. And I believe that they do have the specific authority under the plain language of the plan to elect that other method of payment if approved by the board, and that was done 20 years ago. So you have that past practice issue to think about. There are other plans within the state of Florida that allow participants to keep their monies in the in the pension fund after they actually separate from service. Jacksonville allows it. The city of Key West, which we represent, allows it. The Miami Police plan that we represent allows them to do it for a number of years. So it is not by any means unusual. With